Move it out.
Yeah.
All right.
That would have been a hit, man.
Yeah, that would've been good. All right. Oh, we gotta probably make that happen then. AI will make that happen. Okay, so I got to ask you this one. This one is a hot topic one. This is big. What's your 2 cents on Kendrick Lamar doing the halftime show in New Orleans for the Super Bowl, especially knowing like Lil Weezy from New Orleans? I mean, that's big.
Yeah, I mean, it was a choice. I think Kendrick deserves, as a solo artist right now, he's the guy. Yeah. But, you know, having the game be in New Orleans, having it be played in New Orleans, that I can see why they got the win. I think the way the last show was put together with me, Eminem, Dr. Dre, Kendrick was there then. Kendrick and Mary J. Blige.
Yeah.
If
he could bring out P, Master P, Juvie.
Well, he should bring out the people that he featured on big records with, like
True that. But other people too, you know, because I think the great thing about it is to see everybody perform together.
Yeah.
You know, and the way Kendrick is bringing people together, even though it's a little beefing. So my question to you is, how you feel about the beefing?
I think it's good for the culture.
You
wouldn't have. They both Drake and Kendrick produce quality music faster because they would compete with each other. That competitive nature made them go work and have responses. So it's like, you know, it keeps, like hip hop is still, it's not just a genre where you can just make a song and sit back. You got to make a song and be ready to make a song again, like right away, like with other artists.
And to your point, I think, you know, iron sharpens iron. You know, when you coming back and forward.
That's when we get the best.
Keep it on wax. I love when, remember LL Cool J and Kumo D was going against each other. Yeah. That's the way you do it, you know, so strong,
usually a highlight. It's usually a highlight of, you remember those moments.
Yeah. Everybody will remember that one. Yeah. Last one for me, this is another hot one, it's a bonus hot one. You think Drake would do a Super Bowl? You think that he'll be invited to do a Super Bowl halftime?
You know what I don't think people realize? You have to pay to do the Super Bowl. The artist has to pay, and then for it to be a good Super Bowl show, it has to be elaborate, so you got to spend a lot of money to make an exciting show.
There it is.
Breaking news, I didn't know that.
Yeah, tell them to pay for it. Tell the NFL to pay for it, and watch it's going to get a lot better.
Wow.
Okay, all right, well, there you go. Ladies and gentlemen, 50 Cent, breaking it down. 50 Cent, we love having you here. Thank you so much. His new novel, The Accomplice, is out right now, and everyone in the audience is getting a copy.
Oh, yo, it's Big Ant, the spokesman, man. We back. Another edition of Urban Politicians TV, UPTV. Make sure you stay on your pivot at all times, man. Had to come tap in as I woke up this Saturday morning, and the #1 conversation of this week most definitely was still going on. People was in my comments, still commenting from the other videos this week. Plus, Nas coming out and showing support for Kendrick Lamar last night or yesterday, and also saying he ready to watch the party die became a topic in itself. Well, now on the show The Talk, and I have the link in the description where you can watch that in full, 50 Cent said how he felt about everything. And even with 50 Cent being on here, it shows the reach, power, influence, and impact that hip-hop has as a culture, because 50 Cent being on there and him giving his opinion about what's going on with the Super Bowl, what happened with Drake and Kendrick, is shedding some light on the business of the Super Bowl. I would never be clicking on this show, just keeping it all the way 1,000. As he also said right there, hey man, you got to pay for them Super Bowls on your own and everything like that. That's what a lot of people don't know. And I'm a nigga that just got hip to that this week in full. And I might have heard it before, but my boy BP told me directly, nah, nigga, they got to pay for their own Super Bowl performance. And that's the business side where it's like, well, hold on. You invest in it. I think anybody would, because it's going to return on the promo. You don't always see a direct immediate return of you spending your money, but we know it's going to send your streams up, it's going to send your marketing up, and it's going to turn you up after the show. So I wouldn't turn the Super Bowl down ever. He did ask about Drake. We seen that conversation being a thing this week as well, where Drake supposedly turned down numerous of Super Bowls.
Some intel. I thought Maul was capping. I thought he was lying about Drake turning down the Super Bowl.
He said Drake turned it down multiple times, right?
The sticky part about all of this is Drake has been offered this Super Bowl show for some years now and has turned it down. Probably 4 years he's been offered to
I didn't know.
perform at Super Bowl. Said no for whatever reason.
That sounded wild. It was like
He
4
said a few
times.
times, yeah.
Like, who turns out a Super Bowl that many times? Even Ack was like, how many times he turned it
Yeah.
down? Why would he turn it down? I have an authority. My multiple sources have told me that Drake has indeed turned down the Super Bowl. He actually turned down the first 2, the one in Miami and the weekend one.
That was the first 2 that Jake took over.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Jay takes over, and again,
And another report came out and said that these things aren't true. I don't know for sure, but people need to know and understand, bro. They going with the business in the NFL. We have our cultural rules that are unwritten laws. We have our cultural understanding that we have as a people, as a unit, as a group, and growing up black and everything and being a part of hip hop. But niggas need to know the NFL is not invested in that. I don't care who they appoint in no position. I don't care who y'all think is calling the shots. They really not. They are going with the business. The money is gonna call the shot. What do we think is making the most sense? We going with the best decision and the most impactful business decision right now. Kendrick Lamar's in his moment. He's in his bag. They didn't do this to disrespect Wayne. They didn't do this to tear down Wayne. They didn't do this to disrespect New Orleans. Now, you can have your own cultural opinion, but what you need to know, the real is the real. Lil Wayne spoke out about it and things. He wanted that, but the real overall thing that needs to be understood, the NFL don't care about the culture like that and getting that right. They are looking for, hey, we going for what's hot right now. Kendrick Lamar got the streams. We doing this with Apple Music on the business side of it. He had the biggest song of the year, and he turned up, and he got the catalog and the resume to go with it. So they looking at it like what he stands for, what he pushes in his music, all that old trying to diss Kendrick, oh, here you go, free the slaves again. The whole point of Jay-Z coming in was off the back end of the conversation of them having racial inequality when Colin Kaepernick was protesting the flag and things. So they looking at it with like, oh, well, he talking about the stuff why we brought Jay-Z in here in the first place. Jay-Z giving his opinion and he telling y'all who he thinks should go with it, most definitely. Or he telling them, hey, we gonna sit down at the table, here go the options we got. Right now, the business move got to make sense over everything, and the business going to be Kendrick Lamar. The Super Bowl is not for the city of New Orleans to be at the game. It's not for them to be in the mix inside the stadium. Niggas can't even afford the tickets, including me, including if it was in Houston or any other city. They going with the business. The more y'all understand that, that's just what it's going to be. Tell me what y'all think. We got more videos, all at 1,000 for shit show. Stay on your pivot.